Imagine you walk into a cave and you stumble across an ancient relic that has the power to summon the strongest creature known to man. This is the story of KNACK. On February 20th of 2013, Sony announced the PlayStation 4, a console that is more powerful than anything we've ever seen, and they showed amazing graphics and gameplay, and all the fans were wondering, what game are they going to drop with the console that would demonstrate its power? That's where KNACK comes in. The gameplay, the graphics, the story, the smooth transitions from loading screens, the creativity of it all. KNACK was truly ahead of its time, and even fans today still say we've never quite gotten a game like KNACK. Now, if you've been living under a rock your whole life and have never heard of KNACK, you're probably wondering, what's so good about this game? What made this game what it is? Well, that's why we're here today, to discuss KNACK, the best game of all time. I'm Mr. MonkeyTube, and let's talk about KNACK. When KNACK starts off, we get an action-packed scene between military and goblins, with goblins easily winning and taking over the base. It leaves the viewer distraught and feeling suspense for what's going to happen next and who's going to take out these evil goblins. Well, do I have an answer for you? We then see a press conference held by, some lady, and she's talking about how we need to figure out a solution. And one man steps up. We meet Dr. Vargas, the man who made KNACK. We meet a few other core characters like Ryder and Victor, people who are going to help stop these goblins, but the main attraction is, of course, KNACK. KNACK immediately presents itself as a game like no other, because within 5 seconds of meeting KNACK, you're immediately playing the game. You're introduced to a unique never-done-before combat system where you click square to hit your enemies and X to jump. The enemies, of course, don't provide any meaningful challenge against KNACK to demonstrate his core strength. We can also see that KNACK doesn't just punch, he also has the ability to transform himself into little tiny pieces, almost like a Lego figure. I like Lego figures, they're fun to play with. After the introduction of our protagonist, our group then goes to the goblin base. Lucas is now on the journey, who is Ryder's nephew, and the group decides to split up to get into the goblin base. We then get to play as KNACK, not in a training field, but on the actual battlefield, in gameplay that I will show you now.
Be on guard, KNACK. These woods are full of dangerous creatures.
I love this game. The group then gets captured by the leader of the goblins. They ask him questions like how they built all this machinery and how they've gotten so strong. The Goblin King doesn't answer, and instead shoots them with a missile. The group then Ryder with the clutch! Oh my god! Victor then gets attacked by a goblin and Ryder with a right hook! Oh my god! Oh my god! Ryder's barely able to hold them off, so KNACK must then again save the day. They go around the base and try to find another way in. Here's where we really get to see the heroism in this game, KNACK. KNACK infiltrates the base, and the Goblin King then gets a suit of armor. KNACK is now gigantic, and he must fight him. The fight is pretty intense. Obviously, KNACK ends up winning this one, because KNACK is the GOAT. Then the gang was happy. Lucas! Lucas, no! The gang must now get Lucas back, and thankfully for Lucas, KNACK's on the job. They go to meet the professor, where Professor Victor claims he needs KNACK to reach the next stage of evolution. And then KNACK, what is he doing? KNACK, you good? KNACK? KNACK, oh my god! When did he learn to do that? The gang then flees the premise and have now made Victor an enemy. After this long cutscene, we're finally able to get back to this glorious gameplay. Look at him dodge the rockets! The group then, for some reason, decides not to leave, and they put the plane on remote control, I guess, so that they can stay and investigate what Victor's doing about the crystals. Okay. KNACK then transforms into something greater. Glass KNACK.
I present to you, Stealth KNACK.
I think Glass KNACK was a better name, but okay. You know, the more I talk about KNACK, it doesn't really feel like that great of a game. Maybe it's just because I was a child and anything was entertaining to me that I thought this very basic, boring, non-innovative platformer was good. But if that was true, why'd they make a second one? KNACK isn't a bad game whatsoever, but it just has a boring character, boring story, boring world building, boring levels, just boring everything. KNACK is one of my favorite games, and not because it's great, but because it taught me a very valuable lesson that some things are better left in the past, and just because a game was good when I was a kid doesn't mean I'm going to have fun with it now. And that's the beauty of gaming. Our tastes develop, things get better and things get worse. There are games that I used to play all the time and I hate them now, but games that I could never get behind and now I love them. And I think this is a sign to set our standards higher, a sign for us gamers to not accept what these $1 million companies throw at us, even if it's so bad, and to not spend $60, $70 worth of games every year just for bad games that are just coming out every year. I think that's what this is. A sign to only play quality. That's why next video we're going to be talking about KNACK 2. But yeah, that's the video. I know it's been a while since I uploaded and that this one's pretty short. I'll drop another one soon. I know you guys love my content and you miss me. Don't worry, I'm still here. But until next time, Mr. MonkeyTube, out.